show you where it's at.
With smooth, refreshing taste and fewer calories than other lights, it's no wonder Miller Lite's everything you want a beer to be.
Miller Lite, it's good, that's that.
If you've looked at the high prices of luxury sports sedans, you're no doubt thinking maybe I should lower my expectations. Well, considering the Nissan Maxima SE has more power than a BMW 525i and more room than a Mercedes-Benz 300e, yet you pay thousands less than either of them, maybe you should keep your expectations high and just lower your payments. See your Nissan dealer for details, because right now you can lease a Maxima for as little as $279 a month.
This is the Prudential Halftime Report, brought to you by the companies of the Prudential. In a changing world, one thing remains rock solid: the Prudential.
Following the Game 1 blowout, the attitude toward the Portland Trail Blazers, not only by Chicago fans, but by a large portion of the media, was more than critical. It was almost disdainful. And in the face of all that, and in the face of the hostile crowd here, feeling, I guess, almost as if it was about a dozen of them against the rest of the basketball world, they come back to lead the Bulls at halftime here, 54-45. Jordan has 15. Drexler has 11. Jordan, after being unconscious from three-point distance in the first half in Game 1, 0 for 2 on a pair of three-point attempts tonight. Buck Williams, a big contributor, held to 3 in Game 1, 13 points in the first half tonight for Portland. Portland has not been beaten off the offensive boards and hasn't turned the ball over the way they did in the first half in Game 1. That's a big factor. So, we welcome you to the Prudential Halftime Report. I'm Bob Costas. I'll be rejoined by Quinn Buckner momentarily. Now, stick with me on this, because eventually it comes back around to basketball. The opening ceremony for the Summer Olympics in Barcelona is scheduled for 7 weeks from tomorrow. And today, a time-honored tradition took place in Olympia, Greece. The lighting of the Olympic flame amid the ruins where the Olympic Games were born. The first leg of the journey is 235 miles to Athens, and then across southern Europe to Barcelona, where the flame will arrive in the Olympic Stadium on July the 24th. There will be more than 600 athletes in the American contingent, and not too many are as recognizable as the man who joins us now from the San Francisco area, San Rafael to be exact, Charles Barkley. Now, Charles, first of all, you picked Portland to win this series. It didn't look so good after Wednesday. It looks a lot better after 24 minutes tonight. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you can't make a big deal out of one game. Michael was unconscious in Game 1, but I felt like Portland will come back really strong tonight, and I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm sticking with Portland.
Last week, we had your new coach, Doug Moe, in the studio with us in New York, and we put up the quote that you issued after he was hired, and here it is. You can bring in Pat Riley, Knute Rockne, anybody you want. With the team we've got, we still aren't going to win. So you feel that Doug Moe isn't enough. Would you still like to be traded?
Only if the team, I've enjoyed playing in Philadelphia for 8 years, and I would like to finish my career there. But looking at the Eastern Conference, it's too tough to be in the Eastern Conference right now with Charlotte coming on, Miami, teams like that. So if we're not going to get better, I prefer to go on if that's possible.
You'll be 30 before next season's over. Do you have a sense that the meter is running sometime in the next 2 or 3 years? If Philly doesn't make dramatic changes, you've got to get traded to a contender to fulfill your career?
Well, I would like to play basketball for 3 more years, and not that I'm desperate to win a championship. I would just like to have an opportunity, and right now we're not even close, and I think that's the thing that frustrates me the most.
Charles, I'm going to go back to the game here for a second. Let's think about this game here with Portland. I had played in the game in '85 when the Celtics blew out the Lakers and the Lakers came back. One of the things that was important is that you come in at the half and you got some momentum, feeling like you got some life here. Do you think that's one of the things that the Trailblazers have done for themselves with this league going back into the second half?
Well, I think that's very important. They did come out and not get right down. Obviously, Chicago might be a little overconfident after Game 1, but Portland just hung in there. And I think right now, Portland's not really playing that well. I think Chicago has just had a letdown, and Portland, I think they can win the game.
And one more question here, Charles, before a break, and it's back to the Philadelphia situation. Even though you say you still think they should consider trading you, even though you feel their personnel isn't good enough, the Doug Moe move itself is one you have to approve of. He's known as a player's coach. He plays an up-tempo style. So you have to be happy about that, right?
I think Doug Moe is a great basketball coach, and he's a very nice man. But I think that for me, I'm only concerned about winning. And I don't think it's fair to the fans, and it's definitely not fair to me to go out there and not be able to win every night.
All right, Charles, sit tight. We'll ask you to rejoin us in the next segment. Coming up next, we'll be joined by one of Charles Barkley's Olympic teammates, former Duke star Christian Laettner. That's right after this message from Prudential and a word from the NBA.
Some days you just can't lose. Wanna live, wanna spread the news.
Okay, joining us now from Durham, North Carolina is the College Player of the Year, Christian Laettner of Duke. Christian is the only member of the U.S. Olympic men's basketball team not yet in the NBA. But before we get to Christian, let's ask Charles Barkley just what he envisions Laettner's role will be in Barcelona. Charles?
Well, he's going to have to carry some bags, Bob. He's a great, great basketball player, but he's going to be carrying some bags in Barcelona.
Christian, what do you think?
Well, I think that's fine, Bob. I already told Charles that I'm lifting weights as much as possible to be able to carry everyone's bags.
We're watching 3 Olympians tonight, Drexler, Pippen, Jordan. You're the only college player. How do you feel about it?
About the Chicago-Portland series?
No, just about the idea of joining this group of NBA players as the lone collegian.
Well, obviously, I love it. It's a big thrill for me, and I'm honored. And the thing I'm looking forward to the most is practicing with the actual kids on my team, with the men on my team, because I think that's the thing that will help me the most and get me prepared for the NBA the most.
Have you given much thought to the upcoming draft? It's pretty clear Shaquille O'Neal goes with the first pick, and then Alonzo Mourning with the second. The question is, will Minnesota take you with the 3rd slot or go for Jimmy Jackson from Ohio State? And if they passed on you, almost certainly Dallas would grab you in the 4th slot. Have you given it much thought?
Yeah, I've thought about it a little bit, but mostly it's been rumors that I'm hearing, and some people say Minnesota. Some people say if they pass me up, it's going to be Dallas. Bob, wherever I go, I'm going to love. Minnesota's a great place, and so is Dallas. I'm just looking forward to start practice on the 20th, and then on the 24th to watch the draft from San Diego.
Christian, you played in a lot of international competition through your collegiate year. Do you think that you're going to be able to step up? Are you going to be afraid to tell Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, some of the things that you learned about international competition when you go practice with them down in La Jolla?
Well, I don't think I'll have to. A lot of those guys have had experience playing in the Olympics and playing internationally. And besides that, there's not much that I'm going to be able to tell them that they don't already know.
Charles, let's get one more comment from you. The 76ers didn't make the playoffs. You haven't seen any competition for a while. How have you stayed in shape in anticipation of Barcelona?
Oh, Bob, I haven't. Got a little pop better now. But hey, I'll be ready to go June the 21st. I'll be ready.
All right, Charles, Christian, enjoy the rest of the game on television, and we'll see you this summer in Barcelona. Now, quickly recapping the day's action at the French Open. Men's semifinals. Defending champion Jim Courier thrashed Andre Agassi 6-3, 6-2, and 6-2. Courier will play Czech Peter Korda, who was also a straight-set winner. He beat Frenchman Henri Lecomte 6-2, 7-6, and 6-3. The men's finals, Courier versus Korda, can be seen on Sunday beginning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget, the women's finals are tomorrow at 3 Eastern Time with #1 Monica Seles going against #2 Steffi Graf. Well, that'll do it for Quinn Buckner and me from up here. When we come back, Magic Johnson will share his thoughts on the first half with Marvin Mike. That's right after these messages from your local station.
This has been the Prudential Halftime Report, brought to you by Prudential. Come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Can you relate to good looks? Can you relate to anti-lock brakes and a driver's side airbag? How about a new engine with variable valve timing? The new Civic EX sedan from Honda. A luxury car you can relate to.
This may look like a typical light beer and a typical night at the lanes. But this is no typical night at the lanes and no typical bowler.
Look, I'm an ordinary fellow. People think we're kind of mellow. I'm not here to sell you, but to throw you, to tell you. Tonight we're laying it on the line with the funky rhythm rhyme, busting the groove in double time. Get yours, I got.
And this doesn't taste like a typical light beer. This is cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft Light.
Yeah, we're chilling and Ellen Ferrella getting it right with the serious hype straight out of sight. Dynamite tonight, we in the house. Peace.
Some small businesses need to be heard around the world. Introducing AT&T Partners in Business International, the calling plan with a choice. Get a discount to most any country if you make just a few short calls and faxes a month. Or take this choice. Pick the one country that's most important to your business and get an extra 10% discount. AT&T Partners in Business. Choices, because one size does not fit all. Call us.
Presenting the Accord EX from Honda. With a new, more powerful engine. A refined suspension system for excellent handling. And cornering. Plus a driver's side airbag and anti-lock brakes.
The Iron Eagle is back on a new team. Louis Gossett Jr., Aces, Iron Eagle 3, their final mission. Rated R. Starts Friday, June 12th at a theater near you.
Ah, isn't it wonderful? A tire so special, it may last as long as you own your car. The XH4. Congratulations. It's a Michelin.
I'm Spike. This is my house. And these are my housemates. Let's play some ball. I ain't playing ball with no ball hogging, trash talking, showboat, Nike wearing, high flying, donut dunking, hip hopping, homeboy from Harlem. And I ain't playing ball with no flat-footed, Boston loving, gravity bound, Nike wearing, no dribbling, golden hair, hockey playing, farm boy from South Dakota. Hold up. If we're gonna live together, we gotta play together. The more colors, the more better. Peace.
At Acura, we believe that a luxury sedan should appeal to a driver's appreciation of soft leather, fine wood, and beautiful stretches of asphalt. The Acura Legend sedan.
Chug along. Pinstripe suits and high-heel shoes. The daily grind gives them all the blues. Don't work me over, I know what works good. While the best thing though is so misunderstood. Just give me what the doctor ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. Just give me a Dr. Pepper, we want it. Whoa, just what the doctor ordered. The taste that's made to order. We love it.
They're playing to regain the glory. Playing for the USA. Jordan, Ewing, Barkley, Malone, and Magic. The world's greatest basketball players are going to Barcelona to bring home the gold.
In the world of luxury automobiles, you expect aerodynamic styling. A beautifully crafted, leather-trimmed interior, the uncompromising safety of driver's and passenger side airbags, and the superior performance of a 24-valve engine. You just don't expect it to be so affordable. The Acura Luxury Lease Program. It's more than a lease. It's a legend.
At age 74, I'm the oldest Ironman triathlete.
Jim Ward has a hobby. It's called staying young.
It's a workout.
That's why he uses Armor All protectant on his dash, seats, and especially his tires. Rubber can age and crack, but Armor All penetrates to keep his tires looking like new. Jim says his tires never seem to get old. People say the same thing about Jim.
I like a good-looking car. It makes me feel good.
There is a fountain of youth, and we own the patent. Armor All.
I gotta run.
He's in Manhattan on Wednesday, Frankfurt on Thursday, Paris, Rome, and Vienna after after that. He believes it's better to do business across a table than over a fax machine. This year, he'll fly more than 100,000 miles with us because he knows nobody understands him better than we do. At Delta, when we say we love to fly and it shows, this is where it shows.
In a world of sweeping changes, there is one certainty. The financial strength of the Rock. The Prudential Rock Solid.
Got it! Come on! That boy, fight me! Whoa! Outside jumpers! Uh-oh! Yes! Game point. Better get tough. Oh!
Nice shot.
Attaboy, get the ball. Great game. You're getting better all the time.
She's had her sights set on the Olympics since age 6. Now 4'7", Kim Zmeskal towers above the gymnastics world as America's first world champion. Can she join her idol, Mary Lou Retton, as the only Americans to win the Olympic all-around title? Kim Zmeskal, one to watch this summer on NBC.
At Acura, we believe that a luxury sedan should appeal to a driver's appreciation of soft leather, fine wood, and beautiful stretches of asphalt. The Acura Legend sedan.
Hi. You know why Quaker State asked me to be their spokesman? Because I'm tough. Quaker State is tough. Tough on wear and tough on sludge. If you use Quaker State in your new car's engine, they'll guarantee it for 250,000 miles or 10 years in writing. Quaker State is one tough motor oil. So naturally they ask me because I'm tough. You don't think it's because they think I'm oily?
If you've looked at the high prices of luxury sports sedans, you're no doubt thinking maybe I should lower my expectations. Well, considering the Nissan Maxima SE has more power than a BMW 525i and more room than a Mercedes-Benz 300e, yet you pay thousands less than either of them, maybe you should keep your expectations high and just lower your payments. See your Nissan dealer for details, because right now you can lease a Maxima for as little as $279 a month.
He's in Manhattan on Wednesday, Frankfurt on Thursday, Paris, Rome, and Vienna after that. He believes it's better to do business across a table than over a fax machine. This year, he'll fly more than 100,000 miles with us because he knows nobody understands him better than we do. At Delta, when we say we love to fly and it shows, this is where it shows.
Can you relate to good looks? Can you relate to anti-lock brakes and a driver's side airbag? How about a new engine with variable valve timing? The new Civic EX sedan from Honda. A luxury car you can relate to.
Come on, you know the rules when we have a show to do. And you, Ed Hall, our announcer.
Ed, what are the rules when we have a show to do and there's an NBA game on?
The rules are when we have a show to do and there's an NBA game on, you get the best seat.
Thank you. I love this game.
Yes! All right!